You yourself can start a commercial window cleaning business for $325, not $3,325. I'm going to show you exactly what to buy and the one free thing that actually gets you clients. This is the birth phase. Every service empire, every service business you see, they all start the exact same way with nothing. No clients, no truck, no crew. Just you, a squeegee, and the guts to walk into a business and ask for the work. The birth phase is one job. Get from zero to your first paying commercial client. My 88 accounts come later. They all started right here. It starts right here, right now. How are you going to put in the work? People, when you go into a store and they see you hustling, they see you working hard, they want to give you business. So that's the biggest thing you can do is show up in person. Google Ads, Meta Ads, yes, they can work, but they're not as effective in the commercial side as going in person. Here's every dollar. $100 for equipment, $35 for business cards, $40 for custom t-shirt with my logo, and $150 for website and domain. $325 total. This is the entire barrier to entry for a business that can do six figures. That's why this is the one to start. You can buy all your equipment on Window Cleaning Resource. You can get everything you need: squeegee, pole, bucket, solution, rags. That's all you need to start for $100. Then go on Vistaprint. You can print 500 business cards for $35. 500. You get one client that pays it off. You get that custom t-shirt. Get a cheap custom t-shirt, wherever it may be. Get a logo on it. That's so good right there to be able to have your logo. And then $150, have a website and domain. Again, that builds your rapport. It builds your credibility if they see your website. And it's so easy to start with where AI is right now. Have AI make you a website. Do whatever you can. Make it look as professional as possible. Here's the $100 kit, and this is actually exactly what I bought. I bought an Ettore Brass Backflip squeegee. It's going to be between $35 and $40. Then you buy an Ettore Compact bucket, something you can put in your car, put your solution in. Buy a telescoping interlock pole. Buy the Maykker window cleaning soap, Ettore microfiber cloths, and Dawn dish soap. Again, that's just more of a backup mix if your pro mix runs out. The Maykker is really good. It's really soapy. You want to get the windows as soapy as possible. And this is the whole trade. You do not need a water-fed pole or the expensive stuff yet. That comes when the money comes. The water-fed pole is great. Like if you're mainly focusing on residential and you're getting houses, you can do that. But for commercial, it is not required, especially if you're going to be doing interior, exterior window clean for commercial storefronts. The water-fed pole is great at keeping the quality up on the exterior, but it makes your time go longer, like your job time go longer when you have to set up your water-fed pole to do the exterior, and then you're getting your squeegee all ready to do the interior. So to start off, it's really good just to start off learning how to use the squeegee on the exterior and the interior, and the pole is great. It makes it go faster, the whole thing. You don't have to get on a ladder. If you can learn how to use a pole, it makes it so much faster. Now here's what beginners get wrong. They spend the $100 on gear and skip the rest. Don't do that. The cards, the shirt, the website. That $225 buys one thing: legitimacy. A restaurant manager is not handing the keys to their storefront to somebody who looks like they're doing this as a hobby. The shirt says you're a business the second you walk in. The card says you'll be around next month, and the website closes the deal that night when they Google you. You're not a kid with a squeegee. You're a vendor. That's the whole thing. Fake it till you make it if you have to. Because again, the biggest thing for these storefronts is they want someone who looks legit. They want to hire someone who can do the windows. So as long as you at least look like you can do it, they're going to hire you. And again, the business card, yes, they're going to ask for the card. We'll give it to our manager. Yes, that may work. But again, the biggest thing with the card is credibility. If you have a business card with your name, your brand, your logo, you says founder, CEO, that builds credibility. It makes you feel reliable and trustworthy. So that's a huge thing right there. And then if they do need to call somebody, they have your number. They can check out your website. You get that one. You hand out 500 business cards. You get one call off of it. That client is going to pay you $100 a month for the rest of the year. That's $1,200. That pays off everything: equipment, cards, shirt, website, everything. And you can use that money and reinvest it and keep going. Keep adding clients, adding new equipment, adding things you need off of that one client. Everything I just said will cost you $325. Here's the thing that's free, and it's the only thing that matters in the birth phase, is in-person sales. Nobody is Googling window cleaner and finding you in 1 month. You have no reviews, no ranking, no reputation. The website is for after they meet you. The way you get that first client is you put on the shirt, grab the cards, and walk in the door. Again, for commercial, most commercial storefront managers are not going on Google looking for window cleaners. A lot of these commercial places, especially in smaller towns, the more suburb towns, they aren't going online. They may have their workers do it, but when you come in person and tell them about it, when you come to them, it helps them realize, you know what, we might actually need a window cleaner. And the biggest thing is tell them the price. Tell them how much you charge, because almost 95% of the time, in their minds, they think it's going to be more expensive than what you tell them. Say it's a small little restaurant. We'll do interior and exterior for $80 every 2 weeks. In their mind, that's a steal, right? At $80 for a restaurant every 2 weeks is nothing. It's a penny on their sheet. It means nothing. But for us, it's a lot. That's $160 a month, where we come twice a month. That's amazing work right there. That's amazing return on investment for us. So that's the biggest thing, is get those in-person sales. Just go in, grind. If you go to 100 storefronts, you will get at least one. At least one you'll get. And here's exactly how you do it. When you go during the slow hours, not the lunch rush, mid-afternoon for a restaurant, mid-morning for a salon. The best time for a restaurant is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The managers are most likely in, getting ready for the night, getting ready for the dinner shift. That is the best time. If you can, talk to a manager. Ask for the manager or the owner by name if you can get it. Never pitch the front desk kid. They can't say yes. Always ask for a manager and owner. And the biggest thing in commercial is you have to be able to go back. Remember the manager's names, because you're going to have to go back a week later, 2 weeks later, because they're going to say they're interested. We have to get approval from the owner, from corporate, wherever it may be. Stay on top of it. Repetition breeds success. Consistency breeds success. How do you show up? You show up with a shirt on, cards in pocket, calm. You're a vendor stopping by, not a stranger. Have confidence. Don't be afraid to walk in that door and ask for a manager and talk to somebody. The worst they can say is no. And here's roughly what you say. Keep it under 15 seconds. This is what I've heard this said. I said, I run a local commercial window cleaning company. I was wondering if y'all have someone who cleans the windows. If they say no, be like, well, we would. And then a lot of times ask, how much would you charge when you tell them you do it? You say, we would do it bi-weekly for this price. And most likely, they'll be like, oh, that's actually a good price. And I've had clients who will hire me on the spot. We will do our first clean 10 minutes later. Sometimes that works. That's sometimes how it doesn't. And then also, make it no commitment, right? You don't want people to commit to it right there. Be like, you talk about it, think about it, figure out what works for you guys. Always work around the client. If they want it to be monthly, great, do it monthly. If they want it to be every 2 months, do it every 2 months. You can make suggestions, but at the end of the day, getting a client that's bi-monthly is better than getting a client that doesn't pay you at all. And again, the biggest thing, when they see your work, they see the work you're providing for them, that's what's going to help. When you show them how much better of a window cleaning job you do than their workers do with their Windex and rags, that will make them hire them too. Even offer to do a clean for free if you're there and you have the equipment. It's simple. It takes 30, even show a couple windows, show them what you can do. Because when they see that, that makes them more willing to hire you. And for commercial, don't ever do one clean and be done. It's not worth your time. It's not a business. Here's the move that is. When they love the first clean, and they will, you don't wait for them to call you, say, want me to keep it looking like this? I come back every 2 weeks, same day, you never think about it again. Put a card on file, get Square. It's free. You can put their cards on file. That also makes you look legit. They want easy. You come in, you clean the windows, you charge their card. Easy for us, easy for them. But again, the biggest thing is the second you come, be like, okay, we'll come back in 2 weeks. And you don't give them an option. You don't ask them if they want you to come back. You say, okay, we'll plan to see you guys in 2 weeks. And most likely they say, that's great. Or I'll plan to see you in a month. That's great. The one sentence can turn a $50 clean into a $1,300 a year account. Do that 88 times a year, and you've seen the rest of this channel. That's the birth pace. $325 and a pair of legs willing to work. The gear is cheap, the website is easy. The only hard part is walking through the door, and that's exactly why most people never do it, and why there is so much room for you. Next video, we're going to be going through my first 10 clients, how'd I get them in 30 days, and if I started over today, what I would do. Follow the build.